How you doing? Day 4 of my depression diaries. I've actually tried to start today with some idea of what I want to say rather than just winging it, so let's see how that goes. What I want to talk about today is my mum actually asked me, hey mum, are you watching? I think she does watch. Um, she actually asked me yesterday why I'm making these videos. Um, and I was thinking about this and thinking about how I'm feeling at the moment and my kind of um, journey since I discovered that I've got ADHD, I'm autistic, all these other things, and I've come up with what I think is a reasonable analogy, but it'll probably sound stupid once I say it out loud. But let's give it a go and see. So imagine, if you will, you're 44 years old, heading into middle age. You've had a reasonably successful life. You've never really fitted in. You've always felt a bit of an outsider. You've always kind of struggled with social things. You've found things difficult that people seem to find easy. You dropped out of uni because you couldn't really get it together once you got to uni and you had that freedom. You're not very good at kind of um, self-organisation, but you just assume that that's part of who you are. There's nothing abnormal about it. It's just who you are, and you just think other people seem to find it really easy. Um, and then one day, just kind of out of the blue, you find out that pretty much every other person in the world has a little helper. Now, bear with me on this. They have like a little guardian angel or a little furry that follows them around that helps organise their life, that remembers things for them, that talks to other people's little helpers and has social interactions and makes those things smoother. And like I say, everyone has this apart from you. And suddenly it all kind of makes sense. The reason you don't seem able to organise yourself, the reason that you find it really difficult to do things that don't interest you. And that sounds really stupid because everyone finds it difficult to do things that don't interest you, but you find it really difficult to the point where you'll procrastinate, you'll put things off, um, you'll lose interest in jobs that you were really excited about 6 months ago. You find it difficult to get out of bed. Social situations, you find it really difficult. You always feel, maybe subconsciously, but you always kind of feel that other people have some hidden insight or some superpower that lets them deal with social interactions and you don't have that. Um, Along the way, you kind of learn bits and pieces. You learn to make eye contact on purpose. You maybe learn how to sit and how to interact with people, but it never really comes naturally. And this revelation that other people have this added helper explains all that. It all makes sense. And not just that, like society as a whole is built around people having this little helper. And no one ever talks about it. It's just kind of generally accepted that that's how people are. But the way people interact with each other, the way jobs are set up, the way like the 9 to 5 working life, how that's set up, um, the way people see you as valuable in jobs and in society is all built around this underlying assumption that everyone has this little helper with them, this kind of ability to remember things and ability to focus on things and ability to socially interact in ways that people find normal. Um, and I'm not saying that neurotypical people don't have to make effort at these things. I'm not saying that neurotypical people don't get socially anxious or they don't find it difficult. They don't have to make an effort to organise themselves. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that fundamentally, um, neurodiverse people are wired differently. We don't have that little helper, and I keep calling it a little helper. That's just the analogy I'm using. Um, it sounds stupid now I'm talking about it, but maybe it helps. Um, we're not set up that way. We don't um, like one of the things I talk about with my wife is the concept of like a task queue. So she seems to have this ability to put things in a queue in her head. So like, I'm doing this now. Next, I need to do this. Next, I need to do this. I just don't have that at all. I can focus on what I'm doing right now, but as soon as I try to think about what I need to do next, the thing I'm doing now is gone. Anyway, I don't want to make this a long video, so I'm going to wrap it up. But that's the analogy that I wanted to get across. And it does sound stupid now I've talked about it, but I've made this video, so I'm going to post it and hopefully it helps. Okay, bye.